Street photography is a fun activity and we all do it for various reasons like fun, relaxation, serious art, trying to test ourselves as artists. But regardless of why we do it, what most people discover is that we want to get better at it. And one of the best ways to do that is to find out how do other people do it. And I find I love to read about street photography as well as look at the work of other street photographers. A little inspiration and a few prompts and ideas from two excellent street photographers, David Gibson and Matt Stewart. Two books which I have. One of them is Think Like a Street Photographer. The other one is Street Photography Manual, and both of them are excellent books. And the third one, which I wanted to mention, is my own book, which is Street Photography in Berlin, The Art of Street Photography. A good street photographer steps onto the street with a good intention and a positive frame of mind. And Matt Stewart, in his book, Think Like a Street Photographer, is always talking about the positivity of being out there and doing it and learning how to enjoy it. And one of the things about his book is that apart from the photos, which will inspire you tremendously, his words motivate highly. They are the sort of words that remind you of it's life, get out there, do what you love to do because you know you love it, even on a rainy day, a winter's day or a summer's day. These two books will definitely motivate you to get out there and start taking photos on days when you're not feeling good about the whole thing. It might be chilly and cold or wet, but you know you want to do it. And it's always worth going out to explore and discover. But to sit down a little bit with a cup of coffee and one of these books is going to help you get your mind and gather your thoughts together so that you remember how much fun it is to be out there taking photos and what the positive challenges of it are. Matt Stewart talks right in his very first chapter about luck and how we go out there, and just getting out there is going to make your own luck. Go searching for good shots and you'll discover that something's there, something is good, and something will turn up to help you get that first good shot. The Street Photographer's Manual by David Gibson is packed solid with photos from some of the best photographers from around the world. It's not all about him and his photography. It's about a compilation of ideas that come from so many different photographers, and it's a wonderful book to read. I really enjoy it. And it's the place where you can just look at photos or you can read about where these photos came from, who made them, and why they might be so good. In Matt Stewart's book, each chapter is headed with a title, a very simple thing. Let me read here: quiet, busy, abstract, still, subjects. And each time we delve into one of these aspects of street photography and the possibilities open up to us, we can walk the streets camera in hand with these thoughts in mind, the thoughts of being positive and go looking and making your own luck. Intention in photography is everything. We can meander the streets without knowing what we want and probably end up with not very much. But when we have an intention, we can go out and we will discover our own luck on the street. Without intention, we meander. But with a strong intention, when we're out there on the streets, we'll discover what we're looking for. Reading two juicy books like this is going to give us a nice street photography framework of mind. And with that, we come away with a nice mindset that we get a better attitude about what street photography is all about, generally and for us personally. Matt Stewart's book definitely goes into the positive mindset of go out, look for it, you will find it. And that way you're going to find exactly what you're looking for, that great shot of the day. There are those days when we all feel a bit down, worn out and exhausted, and the idea of going out and walking for 2 or 3 or 4 hours isn't going to be much fun. But spend a little time with one of these books, especially Matt Stewart's book on Think Like a Street Photographer, and I think that you'll find, and probably agree with me, that to do that, to read a book like this, to look at the photos, it's the inspiration gives you energy, and that's the point of inspiration. It gives you the energy to do something which you know already is out there. So if you get out there and you go looking for your own luck with a positive attitude, chances are you're going to find it, and that luck will be some really great thing that you haven't seen before. Camera in hand, take the shot, and you end up with a beautiful shot for that day. Matt definitely put a very strong spark of light into his words, and it inspires you to think you don't really need much more than yourself and a camera. No cues from the weather. It can be sunny or dark, it can be winter or summer. You get out there, you'll find it. If you go out there with a positive attitude, that you make your own luck. It's a great book to read. I really enjoy it, and it's one of those books that I don't put up on my shelf. I keep it knocking about on all of my tables in the house, so that anytime I sit down with a cup of coffee, I can grab it and just browse through it. It's a very relaxing book to look through again and again, to read the words, to remind yourself of basically it's all up to you. It's always a great thing to read books. There are so many photography books out there that can help you in every way. It doesn't matter if you think my only thing to do is street photography. I'm a person who likes all photography. I love landscape, street photography, cityscapes, portrait, product photography is something that I like very much. And any idea of photography. The Street Photographer's Manual, I recommend totally, absolutely, by David Gibson. And also Think Like a Street Photographer from Matt Stewart. That's a happy book, and it really is it's got a great vibe in it. Street Photographer's Manual, I'd say that the photos are strong. They are the sort of photos that come from around the world, so different scenarios depending where you live. I'm in Europe, Berlin, Germany. You may be in the United States somewhere. It's a big place, so if you're north or south, who knows, totally different atmosphere, different cities. And above all and finally, I'd say that while these books are available, I'd get them if you're into books about photography, because the pair of them are gems. And not all gems get republished when they go to the end of a run, and that would be a shame to miss out on them. So I hope you get them. I'll put a link down below to Amazon, and you could get them there, but I believe they're also in bookshops, no problem. So the Street Photographer's Manual by David Gibson, sorry I keep forgetting the surname, and Matt Stewart's book Think Like a Street Photographer. They're a perfect pair of books together. Finally, I just want to point out is that I've written a street photography book, Street Photography in Berlin, the fine art of street photography, and it's no problem. And I also did work on it to make sure that it is worth actually downloading as a digital book. It looks fine, but I've done 3 attempts at turning it into a paper book, which is the main project. And each time I fluff it somehow, and after all the work, it won't upload correctly. I'm not the great publisher, but you try hard, you keep at it, you don't give up, and you learn. But it will be there within the next few days, if not the latest 2 weeks, and it will be there in paper as well. But right now it's in digital form, well worth the look. There's writing in there as well, prompting ideas and feelings about photography and street photography. So if you're interested, there's a link down below as well. All the best, I'm Sean Durham, and I really hope you enjoy these videos of mine. Thanks for all the fantastic comments that I've received so far over the months. You're a great bunch of people, and I'm looking forward to making the next video for you that may be of entertainment and enjoyable, some sort of photographic value for you. Okay, goodbye, good night, and have a great weekend, whenever that might come.